the host?
I am. Hi, everybody. All right. It is August 8th, Monday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, for those of you who have not been able, we're in the middle of Team Cup, and we've got two different teams here. We're very excited. I know it's been a week since Summit, and it's been crazy with, I don't know, just getting back from Summit, and people been on vacation and crazy work hours and all that stuff. But we still have 3 weeks left of August and lots of stuff to come. And in case you have not been able to read up on or hear what's going on with Summit, there are a lot of new releases that came out, a lot of announcements, a lot of really cool, interesting things. First off, obviously, Country Heat is now up and out, and it is seriously a big deal. This is the kind of program that's going to reach the lowest common denominator. That sounds really terrible, but seriously, the people who don't want to get off the couch, people who don't like to exercise, the people but just need to learn how to move. And it's fun, and it's not complicated. It's not like size, where I guess it was complicated with choreography. This is just simple. There's no memorization, nothing. You just kind of move, and it really is fun. And we've done it live. Dawn and I did it live at Summit with Autumn, and then David and I did it live, well, kind of live, at a Super Saturday. It's just a lot of fun. I mean, David's like, that was fun. So,
even for for the people who really enjoy the intense cardio, you still get a little sweaty.
Yeah, I was. I mean, I was, and you work your legs because of all the different moves she has. Also in August, other than the Fix It Cooking Show, the mobile coach office. So the online office, which was only on our desktop or laptop, we can actually now get on our phones. They're doing a sneak peek this week, so I was able to peek at it. I posted a bunch of screenshots on our Team Lift wall. You should just check it out. It's really cool because that way we can be on the go and see what's going on. And then it's going to be released to everybody else starting next Monday. Okay. Also, I actually made a list of what's going on. September is when the Health Bet starts. And this is important to know. It starts on September 5th, which is Labor Day. But you need to know this now because you're inviting people now to the Health Bet so they can get all their challenge pack with the fitness program and Shakeology to enroll in the challenge pack for September. So what the Health Bet is they basically have to be enrolled in the Challenge Tracker app, which is, again, something that they're going to get on their phone that we all need to kind of figure out and use. I also posted on our Team Lift wall a Google Doc and some with YouTube tutorials on how to do it. I personally still need to do it. I know David's already has a group going with it, but I've heard lots of positive feedback. But it's basically for people who are not on Facebook. It's a nice way for people to track, and they don't have to worry about social media. So with this Challenge Tracker app, everybody who gets in there, and for 4 weeks, every week, if they log in, only 3 workouts. Only 3. I can't believe this. And 5 Shakeology posts. And they have to actually post a picture of their Shakeology to prove that they did it. And they do that for 4 weeks. So from September 5th all the way until Sunday, October 2nd. They get all equally, they get submitted into a pool where they get to equally split a minimum of a $1 million pot that Beachbody is providing for us. For each challenge pack sale that the Coach Network does in August, they're going to donate another $5 to the pot to have a maximum $3 million pot that's going to be split amongst everyone, all just for logging in 3 workouts and 5 Shakeologies every week.
Isn't that when does yoga start?
So yoga is also in September.
So that would be a good one too.
Right. So to help people, get involved, again, they release so many things. So in Beachbody On Demand, they have 3 different they're trying to make it kind of a fun TV channel. So you've heard about the Fix It Cooking Show. I'm not sure when that's going to really supposed to start this month.
Mid-month.
Yeah, the middle of August.
Middle.
They're also starting the 20s, which is a reality TV show, trying to find the next super trainer gearing towards the 20-year-old market. All right, so that's supposed to be a fun thing if people want to know what goes behind the scenes of picking a super trainer. And then in September, they're releasing 3-week yoga retreat. And it's for those people who are curious about yoga, but too scared to go to a yoga studio because they're afraid of what they look like and they don't like their form. This is supposedly a 3-week course that's going to teach them how to do yoga in the privacy of their own home. It's 21 days long, and they don't have to pay extra as long as they have a membership to the club membership. It's all part of the member library, which is incredible. I think that's incredible. And I imagine they're going to be doing a lot more of these kind of programs. Okay. I don't know if anything's going on in October, but in November, Joel and Jericho, who are trainers from Les Mills, if you heard about them, they did Les Mills Pump, and very popular trainers from the US. Most of the Les Mills trainers are from New Zealand. These were the American trainers, and they have stayed with Beachbody. Beachbody stole them away and created a program, again, just for Beachbody on demand called Core de Force. So it's basically a boxing program where they do like 3-minute drills. It's not set to music. But they increase the intensity with each drill. And we did that at the super workout, and that was fun. That was fun. And because of the boxing, it uses the core. So that's going to be a great thing. And that gets released on November 1st. So there are so many things coming down the pipeline, but right now we should be focusing on Country Heat, Team Cup, getting people in now so they can do the health bet September 5th. So I'm sure David will talk to you about the Challenge Tracker app and health bet and all of that. But seriously, the opportunities now to be inviting are amazing, just amazing. So just really excited about that. So, and there are also just all these groups that we're doing right now. It's confusing. There's so many things going on. Food First start is the order deadline's tonight. That group starts next week, Monday. The Team High Ground Happy Hour for your coaching prospects is this Wednesday. I'm still waiting for somebody to RSVP. I don't know if they put up an RSVP page for that. Shakeology Sneak Peek is the 22nd. FYI, Dawn. And of course the health bet, and then our September group starts September 1st. So it's all on the calendar, so you don't have to memorize any of that. But there's just so many things to invite to. You should never ever feel, what do I invite to? What should I tell them? There's so many things. So the danger is there are too many things, and it's hard to focus. But really, for me, it's about Country Heat and health bet. Because, the health bet is, I don't know, it's like a no-brainer in my book, seriously. So, and I'm also reaching to my old customers, the ones who've really fallen off the wagon. And when they hear about that, they're like, 3 workouts? I can do that. So, it's pretty incredible. So, that's what's going on with Summit. Again, if you have not registered, I highly recommend that you do. I don't know what the tickets are now. I'm sure there are tickets available though at this point.
Yeah, they probably said something if it's sold out.
Well, just that August 7th ticket price is probably gone. Yes, this is Georgie, everyone.
That's what that noise was.
Anyway, so that's that. And I know that this was also supposed to be a Team Cup call, and I asked David to lead this one since I'm post call, but I just love for David to take over and discuss just anything about Team Cup and our goals and talking about how we're getting our activity and things like that. So I'm just now going to shut up.
Well, Lynette asked me to talk about consistency, and I mean, we were kind of, Sean, before you got on, we were kind of talking about how we're doing with, people that we're talking to, and points and stuff like that. So, I mean, I'm trying every day to connect with my team. Some of us are posting in the group that Lynette created for the Team Cup, but I mean, I think when I started, I wasn't very consistent as far as having a well-defined why, and that was where I wanted to start tonight. Is that you have to really figure out what your why is, but it can't be something general like I just want to help people. I want to share the experience that I have. For example, for me, so this was something that was in one of the workshops we were in at Summit, and so the coach who talked about this, or one of the coaches that was in this workshop, talked about writing out your why and creating statements that, as far as like what what your why looks like for you, and writing present tense statements like I am this or that, which is what you see yourself is when you achieve your goal with the business, and knowing what that is. So I mean, in last week's call, Lynette asked us to kind of write out our vision, and I did that, and I've been looking at it every morning. That's the first thing I do every morning. So I mean, basically, I'll just read a little bit about this, about what my why is. So mine is, I'm home with my family. I'm comfortable with who I am. I feel comfortable in my own skin. I'm free to pay for anything I need. I'm comfortable in my house. So, but then I have a lot more as far as like the way being, working this business and achieving goals in the business makes me feel, as far as freedom. And that's really what it's all about for me, is freedom financially, freedom with my time, and having control of, my time and my finances. So being debt free, things like that. So, I mean, I wrote out specifically, actually like in a day in the life, the way I see it, as far as what our house looks like, what I'll be doing when I wake up, having breakfast with my daughter, taking her to school, building a nice fence around our yard, which is what we wanted to do since we moved into our house, things like that. So, and then, I have it written down, like I said, and I look at it every morning, and I look at it sometimes more than once a day, and being focused on that as to where this is going. And, I feel that, I feel the momentum shifting because of that, because I have kind of a defined why and a vision of where I'm going with my business. So, I mean, that's the first step. Having, your vision, and it's important to look at it a lot and focus on that. Tracking is the second thing I wrote down, and that's just, I mean, you can't really do anything. You won't see any results if you don't track it. I've talked a little bit about Teamzy. That's what I've done, and it just simplifies everything. It puts everything, it automates everything for you. Once you set it up and put your contacts in, I won't really go into detail about that, but it's just helped me focus so much on who I need to talk to every day, as far as prospects, customers, coaches, and how many invites every day after. So when you start, you put in what your goal is for your income, then you rate all of your contacts. So like it's from 1 to 5 stars, and then that way it knows who you contact every day. So that's what I use for tracking. And then personal development. That's just so important. And when I started, my mistake was, I didn't really have a plan, a specific plan for personal development, what I needed to work on. And I think that you really need to understand what that is, instead of just picking and choosing things. You can, I think when you start out, you need to kind of figure out what you like, what your style is. Do you like to read? Do you prefer to listen? Do you prefer audio or videos? All those things, but look for themes and figure out what you need to improve on.
Did you get a picture at Summit of the suggestions of what to read for different? Because I know my phone wasn't working. That could be cool to post on the wall. You know what I mean?
In that workshop?
Yeah, because my phone I couldn't take any pictures, but they had a couple different things. If you need XYZ, read these 3 books. If you need leadership, read these 3 books or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
I forget who did it. I think it's the one I almost fell asleep in.
The last one.
Oh, it was the last one? Okay.
Last one? Oh, okay.
I was awake.
At least for that part.
Yeah.
Well, the one I was talking about was I think it was the second one with Summer Tucker.
Yeah, Summer Tucker was the one with the consistency, but you're talking about the PD, and that's what made me think of some of the suggestions to gear the PD towards certain. I think Lynette's done that also. Sorry, I'll shut up now.
No, it's okay. No, it's great. I mean, this is interactive. Consistency also in social media, posting every day. So I mean, it's been suggested to do 3 to 5 times a day, but we're all busy, and so things happen sometimes. And I mean, if you can only post once a day, on a certain day, just do it once. But and telling your story so people see you in your life and your experience that you've had as a coach, and where you were before, where you are now. Those are things to post. If you don't know, like I will try and find some quote in whatever personal development I'm doing and post something about that, or my takeaway. So I also learned in the men's group that I was in, this one guy did a power hour and he talked about what kind of posts to do, and then he posted it was a PDF, I think, of Lindsay Matway and her kind of formula for how to post stuff. And so it's like an example of seeing a mother and daughter or mother and son, and the child wondering where her dad is, why he isn't with them, and then kind of reflecting and saying and this is in the situation where you're working your full-time Beachbody business, and that's you're not working another job, but just saying what you love about it, and what is the story behind that. And just talking about yourself and how you could relate to other people, or how other people could relate to your story, and just connecting every day with people. Adding new people every day. That's the other thing you need to do. I mean, and so that's the other thing that Teamsy does, is it tells you how many people to add each day. So I've been adding 3 people a day, at least, sometimes more than that. And then something that we heard at our Super Saturday in Chicago by a coach who was really, really busy mom and works and travels and stuff like that. And they asked her about that, and she said, just do something every day. So whether it's inviting somebody, reaching out to somebody, having some kind of connection with somebody, whether or not it has to do with Beachbody, but just starting a conversation with somebody, a post in social media. What the other thing is having business hours. So you schedule your power hour. So they had this. So the woman who spoke at our Super Saturday was part of a panel of coaches, who are, I don't know if they're all elite, but they were all multiple star diamond coaches. So, I mean, they talked about how they schedule their day, how they schedule their business. So if you're doing bits and pieces throughout the day and not really having a purpose to it, it's really hard to gain momentum that way, to really have success. So that's kind of all I have for that. I mean, it's really about, kind of structuring it and having a plan for everything, as far as your power hour, who you're talking to, and trying to evaluate what you're doing. So go from day to day. And the other thing that I forgot is having a list, a list of contacts. And, if there's a way to, sort of rate your contacts as far as those you've talked to already, there's what you think of the potential of them wanting to join you. And so the reason to rate it is to figure out how often you go back to those people. That's all I have. Those are my tips.
And I'm just going to add on a couple more things. Thank you, David.
Yeah.
In terms of consistency, I'll be honest, I'm going to share my own thing. I struggle with it. I struggle with consistency. You may wonder, really? But I do. And my schedule is crazy. It's just erratic. And I've always struggled with, that whole power hour concept of, but I can't always work from 7 to 8 a.m. on my power hour. Or there isn't a set time every single day where I could always do it. I can't. But I've always felt bad about that. And then I have my list, and I have this list, my business activity tracker, and my plan supposed to do this, and on the day when I'm not working or post call, I should be able to do that. But my problem is I'm always, and which is always a struggle for me with this whole schedule that I have, is when I'm on call, I got to focus on the patients. When I'm post call, I'm tired and I don't think well necessarily or talk easily. So trying to figure out what my non-negotiable is always a struggle. So that's the thing is, yes, you need to have that power hour. Yes, you need to have your list. Yes, you need to know the tasks that you should be focusing on and being intentional. But when shit hits the fan, excuse my French, what is your non-negotiable? Right? You got to have it. And for everybody, it might be different. For some people, it's always going to be PD and checking on other people, or maybe it's always inviting and adding new people, or whatever it is. Obviously, the more you do, the faster and bigger your business will grow. Okay, that's just understood. But you have to do something every day. Remember, this is a business. If this was a shop that you spent $20,000 to open up a franchise at McDonald's, sorry for that example, whatever it is, you're not going to close the doors because you were tired. This is a business. If you want it to be running like a business, then your doors need to be open. Now you can have business hours. Have business hours, right? Figure out what that is for yourself. And for me, I don't know. I had to figure that out because every day is different. But just know that people need to know that it's open. And if you're not going to be consistent in your reaching out, in your following up, in your posting on social media, people are going to either forget about you or think you're not in it for the long haul, or probably mostly just forget about you. That's probably mostly what's going to happen because then, if you're not always in their face, not to be that inappropriate, but they're going to forget about you. So that's the whole thing about consistency in terms of just do something. There was that one woman that was a Chicago Secret Saturday. Everyone's going through their power hours down the row on this coach panel, and then came to her and she's like, because she travels a lot. I don't remember what her job was, but she does a lot of travel for her job. She's like, I just try to do one thing every day. I'm like, she's like, as long as you feel like you're doing something, because just like with this is going to bleed into my next topic. Just like with exercise, right? We do not tell our people to exercise once every 2 weeks,
Right.
or once every 4 or 5 days, right? We tell them to do a little bit every single day. That's going to take them a long way, right? Same thing with the business. If you're just going to do something once every couple weeks, okay, I got it done. I got my all inviting done. I followed up. I'm good. You're only going to go so far. Same thing with your exercise. So that's, it's the same idea. And then one other thing I'm going to ask of this, and this is going to sound a little bit mama-ish, but just like with our challenge groups, okay, we want people to engage with our challenge groups. We want people to check in. We want people to say, this is what I did today. This was my struggle. This is my success, right? And then we as coaches are checking on our challengers, and we're congratulating them. We're giving them high fives. We're giving them suggestions. We want that for our challenge groups, right? Nod. Yeah, we do, right? Well, I would love that for our team, right? We are a team. We are a family. We definitely know that, right? But this is a different kind of family, not the kind of family that we just meet up on Easter and Thanksgiving, right? We are a family that actually talks quite a bit all the time. And sometimes there might be that uncle that you'd be like, okay, right? But we kind of have to work together. And then there's Dawn. But what I'm trying to say is just please don't forget that our team side of things still needs to have that same level of engagement that we expect from our challengers in our challenge group. And I know it's a struggle, and I know that this is my business. I'm going to just do whatever. But it's hard to kind of maintain our team momentum if we're not really engaging with each other. So that means checking in. That means even if it's a quick message, a quick text, a quick whatever, just say, hey, especially for the month of Team Cup, especially for Team Cup. If we really want this month to be any different from any other month prior, then we got to do something differently. And I feel bad. I feel like I'm lecturing, but I'm just lacking that sense of commitment and engagement amongst the team. And it's been hard. I get it with the travel and vacation and work and moving and all that stuff. I get it. But, we have team calls. It's been on our calendar for the last few weeks. Every single Monday, 8:30 Central this month of August because of Team Cup, even when I'm post call, and it's out there. So I don't want to feel like I have to remind people that the team call is going on. I don't feel like I have to tag people to remind people. I shouldn't have to ask people if they're going to be on the call. People just say, hey, I can't make it. Okay. But I just don't want it to be like a kind of a forgotten thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think right here, this group, we're not forgetting, you know what I mean? Well, granted, I don't post like I should, but like the team, calls and things like that, we're pretty good with. It's getting more people.
Yeah, getting more people to the calls, but
yeah.
But
also posting in the team company, I think that's sporadic.
Yeah, well, and that's been bad. I know I was trying to do something the other morning, and the next thing I know, I've got my 90-year-old aunt right on top of me. It's like, yeah, people.
Well, and I'm flexible here. I created the Team Cup group hoping to have some synergy amongst all of us, right? Since David has 2 members that are not on Team Lift, and I didn't want to necessarily have David feel like he was separated from all of us, especially coming off of Summit. So we could all still somehow work together. David's still the captain for his team. I'm still the captain for my team, and we have our methods of communicating. But I created the group hoping that we could share resources, ideas, have that sense of accountability, synergy. But again, it's hard when people don't check in. Now, but if it's too complicated, because I know I'm asking people to do Voxer, and I kind of want that voice, because like Brenda, you called it a rant. I didn't think it was a rant. It was just talking and sharing. I love that. And I think it's hard when you're typing that out. Mm-hmm. That's why I want the Voxer. If the Team Cup Facebook group just adds another layer of complexity and just, oh my God, another group to check in, we could stop it. I was just hoping it could be a way for us to still be with David sharing ideas and all of that. But it only works if people are in it together. It can't just be me and David posting.
Mm-hmm. No, I will be better. So I checked out for a week. So for that, I apologize. I will be back.
Well, you were on vacation. You said that up front.
Yeah.
I'm just saying going forward, right?
Yeah, no worries.
Going forward.
Yeah, no worries.
Because it's really an opportunity to learn from each other and to.
And I enjoy seeing what other people do. So like I said, it's like it was just a bad time for all this to happen for me. So, but I got 2 points.
You got a coach, girl.
Coach, come on now. Donnie, I need some love.
No, I'm just saying moving forward. I just don't know if we've had the right mindset. I never said it out loud, to be honest. It was always an assumption on my part.
Well, we're just a bunch of lazy asses, huh? We'll get our act together.
Well, I know that just talking to you guys, I know that you guys are working, and I know everyone's busy. Everyone's lives are busy. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying we still need to somehow communicate. We still need to check in because we're still a team. And the only way a team works is if we communicate. So if it's just, And
let's give it, I mean, you got me hooked when you did the flippin' insanity quote. So, if what you're doing isn't working, let's change it up. You got me on that one. Kudos to you. And it makes sense. If what you're doing isn't working, and we're not all 5-star diamonds, so guess what? We're not quite working where we should be yet. So let's give something different a go. You got it. You missed me. I'm tired.
See, Sean, when you come to Summit, you get to deal with all of this craziness in person.
In person. I'm just too much to handle.
What'd you say, Sean?
So I need to get medication beforehand.
No.
Wine. Well, a little bit of wine will go a long way with Donnie.
Laughter wine is all the medication you need.
At least one other guy to be there.
Well, I guess I could say what I feel like at home, but
I'll bring Templeton next year for you.
Oh, David.
Anyway.
No, it's so much fun. It's amazing. It's really hard to describe. You have to be there.
Yeah.
just in your guys' post, I really, I need to be there.
Did you see the Facebook event? Did you see any of the things that we're posting?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I was jealous.
Oh, okay. So good. We got
That
the effect
good
across.
job.
There's motivation for you.
But maybe Brenda, maybe you were in this group, the person who went for the very first time. Why don't you share with Sean first your thoughts before Summit? Like, why the heck am I signing up for this thing? And then your thoughts coming out of Summit, was it worth it?
So my thoughts before Summit were...
Be honest. I know you sacrificed a lot.
I was really thinking if I needed to go. We were moving and our time frame for moving was much later, and it was all a big mess really with the house and like financially, like how to pay for Summit when we just put a huge down payment in buying this house and then all this furniture and blah blah blah. So, but it was something I did decide that I just need to do because I wanted to. I think I was stuck. I was stuck before Summit mentally. If I really wanted to do this, and even like while I was there, Lynette and I had a conversation, and later on in one of the seminars, one of the ladies, elites, I think she was an elite, who said, you can't have one foot in and one foot out. You really have to either be all in or not at all. And so I think that's when I decided, okay, I'm going to be all in. And you see, like, you hear these stories at Summit and you hear about these elite coaches and even like people who won like the challenge what is it called? The challenge?
The Beachbody Challenge?
Beachbody Challenge, yeah. Like hearing their stories and how much weight they've lost, and just it's like when you put in effort and you have a goal, I mean, there's just so much you can do. So Gary Vee really I think punched a lot of us in the gut. Yeah. He was so real. He was like 98% of you, what is it, like 97% of you, aren't going to be successful in this business. And it's like, but you realize, like, you see like the elite coaches, and there seem to be, there's a lot, but when you think there's like what, 28,000 coaches, or actually more than that, right?
We have almost, I think, 400,000 coaches.
Well, okay, yeah. Oh, that was the number that were there that
right,
Summit.
There was like 25,000.
Yeah, but if you realize, or think about that, we have 400,000 coaches and less than 100 elites.
They're maybe 200 elite, but yeah.
Okay. So it's just, it's. I mean, he's right. A lot of people just don't want to put in the work, and that's what it is. It's work. It's hard work, and so. It's just, it changed my whole mindset. The seminars really changed the way I wouldn't say I approach inviting. I don't see it really as, okay, maybe I'm a salesman, sure, but I'm sharing, and that's a lot to do with it. Like, I'm sharing this opportunity, I'm sharing these products, and not to get mad over the fact that, some people just don't care. And, some people just, they just don't want it, and that's fine. You just find people who do, and find people who are like you, have the same goals, at least, to be on your team, and don't get upset if they don't want to join you. That's fine. So it was, I think it changed my mind on a lot of things about this business, and that it is a business, a real one. And you got to put in the work to be successful, but you actually can be successful, and not even like, you don't have to worry about elite status, even though that's my goal, for different reasons, but, just, making it to
trip.
What, just working it, and, really understanding the business to really, make it beneficial, because like they were saying in a different seminar, a diamond isn't just a diamond. A diamond can have either working coaches who helps build a business, or you can just have a few people from your family who really isn't doing anything. And so, there's a lot of things, and I'm like, my thoughts are just everywhere, but it was a wonderful experience, like just so eye-opening and so inspiring. And it's just like, why, you come out of there and you're like, why not me? I could totally do this. And, there are mothers who are nurses, who have done this. And so, just got to think about the priorities. And I even like Shalene's Summit 2015 talk. I liked how you posted that after Summit, Lynette, about relationships. And, it's, really like having your priorities in line and really focusing on those priorities, and then everything else will come into place. So there's a lot, and I even need to put a lot of my thoughts down, including, I really need to sit down and think about my vision, because I have a lot, here, of what I want for myself and for my husband and for my family, but also for my goals. And yeah, but it's a wonderful experience. And I bought a ticket right away that night, actually. Someone else bought a ticket
while she was walking. Thank you very much.
On our walk home, right?
My feet hurt.
Midnight on our walk home.
My feet hurt. I want to get back.
It's like a mile, Sean. It's midnight, in like, where were we? In Nashville, and they're like creepy guys around us, and she doesn't even realize. I mean, and I think I'm quite sure David did, because
David had her this year. I had her last
David.
year.
he pulled back and like walked with her, and I'm thinking to myself like, this woman, I can't believe her right now. My feet hurt. I need to register. Like, it's
I need to register now.
now.
No one else is going with me. I'm going now.
That's how I decided. I was focused and I was determined to accomplish. That is how it goes, ladies.
And Sean, you can like touch and feel. We are all like real people. Like the best part, and this is what she left out, and I don't know why, because she finally got to meet me. Like I was like the first person she met.
And Dawn is really small.
And so are you.
I know, but it's just so funny, Dawn and all this personality, and you're just like, oh my God.
I take up the whole computer. But like the best part is like we are real people. You can touch and you can feel us. Not too much because you're a boy and you can't get too touchy-feely with us. But we're all real people. It is so cool.
Yeah.
Even like the rest of the group, which I mean, we got together, but just this group right here is the best. This was like the best person. Really for me, it's you guys.
Bonding with your team is, I mean, just being in person with each other and really getting to know each other more every time.
And all you carnivores are fairly friendly.
Yeah. So
but
that's that. I think that, and the other highlight for me each year has been the Beachbody Challenge winners.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's just so inspirational what they go through, what they put up with, and how determined they are to succeed. And it's also the community, because it's and some of it can get lost in all, because there's tons of recognition, which is great, because we're celebrating success of the company. But I think the first year I went, that was kind of it was inspirational and I loved it, but I think that was such a huge part of it. But for me, the Beachbody Challenge winners is just really, it's the epitome of our job. That's, it's just a symbol of what we do. And it's incredible that people can achieve so much, and that it's such a positive community. And Carl Deichler is just amazing when he gets going and starts talking and starts saying, just expressing his vision for the company, for what we can do. It's amazing.
I posted Carl's speech on our team wall.
Yeah, I watched it again.
So, Sean, again, please, I know you weren't at Summit, but please check the things I post on there, because you'll get a feel for Carl. You'll learn more about the different promotions and all of that. But Carl is amazing. Every single time he talks, it's kind of, he just basically talked about, we are the CEO of our own businesses, and it's up to us. If anything fails, it's our fault.
Right.
And his whole attitude about it was just, it was kind of a slap in the face, but at the same time, yeah, he's right. So, and a couple points, I don't know, it's really related to Summit, but at Super Saturday, Arno Nakaha was there, who is the Canadian sales manager, as well as, I don't know all his titles, but he's a big wig in corporate. And he said, we always say, we always have this phrase, be here in a year, right? Well, he actually, it's changing now. It's really, because this time, there's a lot of time that needs to be invested into this for our business, for us to really learn, grow the skill, and actually grow the business and actually have the impact we're doing. But he said, it's not be here in a year, be here in 5 years. 5. Because really, there's so much that changes in our business. Just thinking about where Beachbody was just 5 years ago. Oh my gosh, so much has changed. And, to be short-sighted and say, I'm going to, give this 6 months, or, okay, maybe I'll give it a year. I mean, still, I applaud people who work at it a year, but really to have that long-term vision of, I'm going to be here in 5 years, and it's just going to take me time to get there, but I'm going to learn all this stuff, and I'm going to grow, and the business is going to change, and I'm going to adapt, and I'm going to get my feet wet, and I'm going to kind of dig in and really get a feel for it. So if you develop that kind of mindset and understand that there's going to be a lot of learning, you got to be coachable. You got to know if there's information out there, if there's training, to just eat it up and shovel it in, because there's just so much.
And this year was really geared towards that, because so many people become, 20-star diamond in 5 months, and it's like, I can't do it, so I need to quit. And this year it was really about persistence and perseverance, and not everybody's going to reach these astronomical heights in a short amount of time. Some people are going to be emerald for a couple of years, and that's okay. Stick to it. Oh, have attention spans of gnats. But it's, stick to it and just keep on going. Eventually, yes, you too will reach the heights that you're meant to reach if you don't quit.
I think you really have to, have blinders on, because it's so easy to, look next to you to see, and compare yourself to everybody else who's, maybe some people have been in the business as long as you have, and they're having more success than you, but or people that aren't. I mean, you just see, maybe they're kind of like you. But you have to run your own race. I mean, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. I quote Coach Jimmy a lot, but he did a live video of his keynote yesterday at the Dallas Super Sunday, and he just talked about how, since he started, so many other people have been started at the same time as he did, that passed him by. And, there were times when he wanted to stop and, was like comparing himself to those people. It's like, why aren't I should be there. I should be ahead of those people. But, he just, put his head down and got to work, and he's gotten success. So, and that was also another key point of Gary Vee's, and he also did that when he spoke at the men's event. So many people are impatient. And want it to be easy, want it to happen right away. So you have to keep doing, and it's going to happen. It may take longer than you had hoped, but it's going to happen.
I don't know who has read GoPro, but it's a great book. Eric Worre, a great book about network marketing. But one of the things he said really stuck out at me. He said, go to every single live event. Go to every single live event, because there's only so much we can do via computer, right? But also go to every single one, and you'll realize as you watch that not all the same people are going. You'll have some new faces. Some of the new faces will stop showing up. But basically the idea is be the last man standing. Just outlive everybody. just do it. Just be determined to outlive everybody. And if you are there and you are honestly putting in the work, not just showing up, and you last that long, you will succeed. You just have no choice. That's just how it works. Guys, it's getting really late, and I love everything that we've shared. And I'm thank you for reminding me to record. I do want to leave you guys a call to action, though. I just kind of brainstormed on this when someone was talking about vision, because I know it's hard, right? What is our vision? And I'm going to ask you guys to put yourself a little out there. I want you to think about it. I want you to write it down and really think, right? I'm going to challenge you. You can write it out and post it on our wall. I want it to be public. On our wall. Not like public, but our Team Lift wall. But I'm going to push you even more. It'd be great if you create a video telling us what your vision is. Make it like 3 minutes, nothing long, right? But just like it's one thing when you type, and I guess it is good because you want to be able to see it, but I'd love for you to be able to verbalize it as well. And when you can verbalize it, you can almost see it. Of course, I want you to write it down. So like, I love it when David's looking at it every single day. I think that is awesome. I love that. But if you can also verbalize it and share it with everybody. So as Summer Tucker said in that one inspirational, passionate speech she made, you know, you to be a leader, you have to have vision. But if you don't share your vision, no one's going to know how to follow you. Right? You got to have your vision so that people can follow you. And the more comfortable we are sharing, at least with each other, then hopefully you'll get more comfortable sharing with everybody else. Because you guys have so much in you. People should be following you. I know it. You have to be able to share that. Okay? So that's your, what should we give this a week?
Yeah.
All right? Week. So next Monday. By next Monday, I want you to definitely write it out, type it out, put it in our team list wall so you can see it. But I would love for you to also share a video, and then you could upload it to your YouTube channel so you have it. And then I want you to start getting used to videos because I'm going to start challenging you guys on doing more videos. Okay?
Yay!
Don's getting good at those.
I used to, it would take me 3 hours to do 5 seconds. I hated videos.
Me too.
Now you can't shut me up.
All right. Speaking of which, it is now 9:50
Bedtime.
10:50 Eastern. So thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. David, thank you for talking about consistency. And Brenda, for you sharing about Summit. Sean, I just would love for you to experience Summit. I just can't stress that enough because I was just telling David earlier, you have so much passion that just needs to be unleashed onto the world. And
Right.
and with PD and coaching and training, we can harness it. And man, you're just going to be unstoppable. So,
Yeah. Pokemon.
huh?
I'll be a Pikachu or a Pokemon.
Pikachu. Okay, my son just said Pikachu. All right, I'm going to end the call. Thank you guys for your time. I know it was a long one, but I do appreciate it. Love you guys. All right, take care. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye.